Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is your boy C Will back to you with another video. And man, I'm excited here because we have alanwake 2. I've been playing around with the game, getting some settings and everything right. And as you can see right here so far, we are playing on the RTX 4090. I wanted to start off with the 4090 first, and that's because I wanted to play this game at the best possible graphical settings that's available for PC. And right now, that's for the 4090, because the 4090 is the only one that could be able to run this game with maxed out settings, path tracing, full ray tracing, ultra settings and everything at a respectable frame rate. And as you can see right here so far, if you look at the overlay at the top left-hand corner, that is the current frame rate. That's to the left. In the middle is the average, and then to the right is the 1% lows. And man, this environment looks absolutely amazing. This has DLSS 3.5 ray reconstruction, path tracing, everything. So let's take a look at the settings real quick. And we go over here to graphics. So right now we are in full screen mode. We're playing at 4K. The render resolution is on quality. You have different options. They don't have like a native. They have a DLAA option, which is still considered to be DLSS for some particular reason. But you have, I guess this could be a somewhat native. But then you have quality, which renders at 1440p and upscales to 4K. Balance is at a weird resolution for rendering, and then performance is 1920 by 1080, and then ultra performance is 1280 by 720. So we're on quality. You have options for DLSS and FSR2, which we will be checking out the 7900 XTX with how that performs with alanwake 2. That's going to be in the next video. We have frame generation that we're using with DLSS. VSync is off. I actually went to the brightness calibration. I had to do this and go here and make some changes. I have at 80 with the gamma at 2.2, and that's just so the actual recording could come out looking right, because it was super dark. And then let's see, my cutoff, motion blur, cutoff, film grain, and then the quality preset we have custom because we have everything maxed out, ultra or high settings. We'll go down here to ray tracing on the DLSS ray reconstruction. Direct lighting, path tracing is on high, the highest setting. And yeah, everything is at the highest settings. And I tell you what, let's reset the 1% low. It does that, when coming out of the menus, frame time, it goes up. Okay, so I tell you what, let's go for a walk. Let's take a look at the scenery and the environment, and yeah, the woods and just the textures and the environment. Period.
For a minute.
You know where to find me.
Is freaking amazing. I can't wait to get into some action type gameplay. Right now, I just wanted to be about okay. How does this look in terms of the environment, the frame rate, and we'll take a look at dialing back some of the settings to see how the 4090 performs. And yeah, like I said, being able to, we can run a little bit too, but being able to, it's very responsive, DLSS. We got frame generation going on, and yeah, so far so good. But I tell you, this game is super demanding. And this is the highest frame rate that we could be able to receive with a 4090. With maxed out all of the settings. We had 400 watts on the 4090 FE. We had about 16 gigabytes in VRAM. And it's probably going to go up the more that we continue to play the game. If we actually run over here to I'm trying to stay away from the person that's on the table over there. But yeah, it's let's take a look inside the house or the trailer. And the lighting in this game is freaking phenomenal. It's just the level of detail. There's so much, that's going on. This game kind of reminds me of Resident Evil. And also The Last of Us with the level of detail, with everything that they placed in the game. It's amazing. So far, we've been averaging about frame rate goes up higher when we're inside the trailer. But yeah, let's go back outside. And the woods is kind of like the hardest area to run, from what I've been seeing. Looks like we can only go but so far. Not gonna go that way. And so I tell you what, there is some puddles. I'm gonna back in. I'm doing that for a reason. And let's take a look at the reflections in the puddles. And so I tell you what, let's go back in here and let's take a look at changing some of the settings. So right now, if we were, let's say we didn't want to use ray tracing at all, right? So I am going to turn off frame generation. I'm going to leave all those settings on high. I'm going to turn off ray tracing. So no DLSS reconstruction. Everything, no, all the ray tracing is off. Let's see what type of frame rate we receive. Just with the, 4K DLA, full screen. What do we get up to? Okay, so basically playing at 4K, without any upscaling and no ray tracing on the 4090 with 52. That is crazy. And just looking at the character models, super detailed, absolutely amazing. Looking at the side of this house, the puddles, you don't have any ray tracing reflections going on. So, but this looks amazing. But just so you know how hard this game is to run, look at that. 50, 53. I mean, it's playable, but man, it's crazy. All right, so let's go back in. Let's go back to options. And let's turn on, okay, we have a render resolution. Let's change it to quality. We're going to leave everything, so now we at upscaling and without ray tracing. And let's see frame rates we receive. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to be curious. So now we're getting up, in the 70s, mid 70s. It looks like this is where we were with
I'm gonna go check something out.
Everything
right
maxed out. Got it. With frame generation. So that's interesting. And I'm wondering how will the 7900 XTX match up to, equivalent 4K FSR2 quality. So just keep this in mind when we're looking at this, right? And how that would match up. But I think hopefully we could be able to get similar performance, somewhat. But, if you don't want to play with ray tracing, if you don't really care for it, and, you want to use DLSS upscaling, this is what it will look like. I mean, the game still looks phenomenal, right? Looks amazing. And no spoilers in the game. I can even go back over here to the trailer. See what the lighting looks like without ray tracing. I mean, the game still looks phenomenal. Still looks phenomenal. Let's go back in. And just for giggles, let's go back. We're going to leave frame generation off and show you what happens with the ray tracing. Maxed out. High. Everything is on. Path tracing on. Everything is high on without frame generation. Watch this. Ooh, look at that frame rate. So basically, we're in the 40s. And for some people, it still might be playable. Not I said the cat. But you got the reflections back in the puddles. And with the path tracing and ray tracing reconstruction, you know, it's maxing it out. Why he got the Superman stance. All right. So obviously for me, with using and testing out the 4090, I'll be playing with frame generation on, everything maxed out. You know, DLSS quality, everything maxed out. That's how I'll be playing the game. And like I said, with these settings, resetting 1% lows, you know, basically high 60s, mid 70s is what we receive playing like this. And this is the way that I'm going to play the game going forward. But I definitely just want to test this out just so you can be able to take a look at it and see. And again, in the next video, we're going to be testing out the 7900 XTX. And then we'll probably be doing some live gameplay, going into different areas of the game across the weekend. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for checking this out. And let me know if you're going to cop Alan Wake 2. And I was trying to make sure I made this without any spoilers. And yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. This is your boy C Will. I'll holla at y'all in the next video. Peace.